Hey everyone, this is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art, and I thought I would come to you and show you the most recent items that I got for art and coloring. It hasn't been too much stuff, and let's hope I don't knock this over. I'm in the bed because it is hot today, and I was outside for 6 hours in the Florida sun. So I came in my room. I have not done a lot of working. In books or anything like that because I was sick for a while, as you all know, or whoever watches me knows. And then my grandson came to visit, so I had that to do. I had to go meet them in the part of Florida that they were in. And then you know how it is when you're getting ready to go somewhere, you have to do a lot of packing and planning. And then you're there, and then when you get home, you have to unpack, and I don't know, it just takes like a long time to get back to life, I guess. But so yeah. Anyway, all I will say is that I did review I did review these gouache paints. There's a whole separate video for it on my channel. I cannot say anything about them because I bought them at Five Below. If this is the first time that you're seeing them, here is the colors. If you want any other colors, you're going to have to mix them to get the shades that you are wanting. However, it is a super, super cheap way to get into gouache if you want. Some people, there's a girl that I follow on TikTok that makes paintings every day, and she's happy to have it. There's other people that don't like it. So it just depends on how you feel about it, how if you want supplies that are easy to work with and do everything they're supposed to, or if you have to put in a little bit extra effort, you know what I mean? How much are you going to use it? Blah, blah, blah. The list goes on of reasons to get it and to not get it. As you can see by the dirt inside here, I did use this set. Besides my swatches, I did use it just a teeny tiny bit, making details, painting details in when we were having mermaid in one of my mermaid books, just to see like what it would do, how it would react and everything. And what I liked about it was that it dries so fast. So if you have worked with acrylic and get aggravated and annoyed at, the drying time, which I don't really that much because I have a heat gun. So if I really want to work with it, I'll have the heat gun out and I'll do like a bunch of pages at once to make it worth my while. But having said that, I have stuck my arm in, marker and all kinds of things. So it's nice how fast it dries. I'll say that. Extremely messy to open each one of these little tubs. I am not lying to you when I tell you you spread out a bunch of newspaper because it just went, look, I'm just talking, like just touching it and it's already on me. It went everywhere. And also it could be because I am in Florida, but do you see this water? This water stays on top of these pans. So this lid snaps and everything, but every time I open this, and I tried to make this video the other day, but for some reason I forgot and had it in the wrong orientation because I don't know, my brain. So I just took this out not too long ago and did this video, and the same thing, there was that water, that condensation building on the top. Will it grow inside of your tubs? I don't know, because they have lids. As you saw, they have these little lids on them. So yeah, I got that and have not made much use out of this except for the little bit on the coloring book page. But like I told you before in the review, if you didn't watch the review, that's kind of why I'm catching you up on a little bit about it now. If you didn't watch the review, what I said was this was so messy for me like it was everywhere. I even got a big blob on my floor, even though I had my floor covered. It like gets under stuff and seeps and stuff. Like, please don't get on my favorite bedspread. Um, but so for me, if I was going to use these paints, it would be like I would have to have some drawings in mind that I wanted to paint, right? Like more than one to make it worth my while, like, you know, 3 or 4 drawings that I want to paint. And then I would line my entire kitchen table with paper. And even then I'd be worried because I do have carpet in my dining room, so that's white too. And I'd still be afraid that somehow it would get on the carpet. So I would probably be more apt to take this outside and use it there, because the Florida rain will wash away anything eventually. But really, that's my thoughts on that. This is so heavy. There is a lot of paint in here, and I don't want to waste it. So I hope I can figure out how to work with it in the future. And, you know, if not, I will donate it, or, you know, give it to someone who I know will use it, because I just can't stand the thought of like this much paint going to waste. But there's that. Sorry, that was 6 minutes of blabbing about gouache. Okay. Oh, speaking about blabbing about gouache, so this is just my passport, my old passport thing that I put watercolor paper in for swatching and things like that. But anyway, these are the samples that from the gouache with 2 coats. So if you're going to buy this gouache set and use it in your coloring books for backgrounds, which is, you know, a fine idea, in this particular set, you might want to do 2 coats. Some of them run thinner than the others, and some of them have really nice coverage. So you'll just have to test it out. And also, it could have been user error in terms of just me, you know, not spreading it evenly. So there's that. There is that. Another thing that I got that I had shown, or did I, maybe I just told you about it and using it in a coloring page. Yeah, I think I just told you about it. But I did get these markers from the paper. They're made by the Paper Factory. They're watercolor brush markers. These are from Pop Shelf, which if you don't have a Pop Shelf, it's sort of like a Five Below and a Five Below and a sort of like a Dollar General, because it weirdly has like dog food and things in there, and like certain food, but it's also kind of like a Dollar Tree, because there are things that are under $5. You know what I mean? Like it's a mixture. But anyways, I like it. They have a cool art area. They have a cool open stock marker area. But I happen to see these and I picked them up, and I've been using them, and I really, really like them. And in my video that I had to scrap because it was in the wrong orientation, and I don't know how to flip videos. I'm sorry, my kids live too far away. I don't have anybody to ask about stuff like that. So around here, we just get rid of them and start over. But in the video, the last one, I wanted to see if they were like, do you remember a few years ago on Instagram, they were hawking those markers that were like, they were brush watercolor like markers, and then in all the little demos, as soon as they added water to them, like they spread out everywhere like beautiful watercolor, right? By the way, those markers are now on Temu for $10. Same ones. But anyway, I kind of was wondering, would they be like that and stuff like that. So I did test them out for you. Here are the swatches for these markers, and I find it very odd there is no black. So if you get this set, the darkest color you're gonna have is like a gray, or, you know, maybe this sort of a midnight bluish shade here, or purple indigo. I don't know what you want to call it, but so you'll need a gray. I mean, you'll need a black pen, you know, to bring with you if you're going to like take it somewhere. I love the case part. If you're going to take it somewhere and use it somewhere, you'll need a black. But On the other hand, you know, they're very nice poppy colors for summertime. They seem a little repetitive, like on the greens. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens. But then again, as I was just saying, you know, with summer theme, we do like to color in a lot of leaves and things and grass and stuff. So I've been coloring in it in my Lisa Frank in my Lisa Frank Lisa Frank book, Color Me Zen, I think it's called. So I'll show you that. I have not done a lot of coloring, but I will show maybe just like a silent video or with music or something of my finished pages. It'll be very short. But anyway, I wanted to know what happens when you add water, because they are claiming that they are water brush markers. Nothing really. Now if you were to scratch this on a piece of plastic, just like our old friend the Crayola Super Tips, and do it that way, not directly on the paper like I did, it would probably work fine. But in terms of, and this is watercolor paper, so it should do what it's supposed to do on this paper. But yeah, it did not move or spread the way that, you know, they used to market these at all. So there's that. But I really like them. I like the tips. I like the colors. I like the case. I just really like these. In fact, I just told my hubby that when we get back up there, I want to grab a second set, because, you know, sometimes it could be like Five Below to those kind of stores, you know, they get a bunch of something and then when it's gone, it's gone. And so you can't have it. Okay. Oh, sorry. I have to move just a bit. I'm not trying to make you guys seasick, but I really don't know where to put this and have it not fall. Let me see. Can I wedge this under there? Because the weight of my... Ooh, will that work? The weight of my behind is pushing it down. Pushing the bed down. Okay, so let's see. The next thing that happened was a friend of mine came over and she wanted to bring me my birthday present. Mind you, my birthday is in December and it is June. But we laugh and laugh because we have known each other since we were 13. So if you don't find that funny after you've known someone for this many years, they forget to give you your birthday present for 6 months. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But she bought me the blending markers, and I unboxed the entire thing on my last video that I couldn't show you. But I also swatched them, and at least I have those. And so here are the colors right here. They are red, orange, not in the order here, but let me tell you in order. So you have canary, yellow, peach, slate, black, orange, bubblegum, orange, wisteria, violet, cornflower, blue, sea green, and green. And I find it very comforting that they always have these same color names. I like when they have new colors, don't get me wrong. But I find it very comforting because as soon as I hear the word wisteria in connection with Crayola, I know exactly what that color is going to be, and I find that very comforting. So there is a lot of hate videos about these, and then there's a lot of like videos about these. What I find the problem is, so here they all are, and here's your blenders. Basically, these are alcohol markers. That is all they are, is alcohol markers, and then they stink like Sharpies. So if you're not into that, but that's what they are. They are alcohol markers with a brush tip, And then the blending stick, the blending marker is just alcohol. So you can do this, stuff like this, you know, put your color down and then erase some of it, which is like super cool and fun for people like me who like to make patterns and mark making in journals and stuff like that. I will enjoy this, but I think that other people were expecting something different out of it. And also, it could have been the price point. I don't know how much my friend paid because she said she got them at either TJ Maxx or Ross, and usually by the time they get there, they're you know, like half of what they were before or something. So like if they were, you know, $20, $25 for 14 markers and then the 2 blenders, and then they just ended up being the same thing as Crayola Take Note permanent markers, which weren't out yet, by the way, when these came out, as far as I recall. Then I can see why they're mad. The tin is everything. This is such a beautiful tin, and it's the second one I have because actually the third, I have the smaller one from a pencil set, and then I have this exact size one from some Crayola paint that I had bought at Ollie's before I moved to Florida. So I love these. When the markers are all done, you know, this will be a great box to store my Crayola stuff in. So I like it. You know, again, I don't know how much they cost originally, what they were trying to say. All it says is blending markers, brilliant colors, perfect for blending. Maybe they thought that they would blend together like Copics or something. I don't know. I didn't try that. I didn't try that because I don't see, it doesn't say anywhere that they're going to blend together like Copics. It just says blending markers that offer 14 rich saturated colors for superior blending, featuring 2 colorless blender markers that lighten shades or remove areas of color altogether. Use them to achieve the exact shade you need or create textures and spot effects, which is what what I was showing you. Like, that's exactly what I would do. And this is, you know, again, this is watercolor paper. So imagine this on smooth paper that is more meant for a marker. I think it's going to be super fun. And I, for what I do, will like them. But I understand, you know, if you're looking for a Copic and you bought these, maybe you felt misled. I'm not sure. And again, I don't know what they cost. So there's that new to me. Now we're going to talk about something a little silly, but you know, what can I say? So when I went to go see my grandson at where they were staying at, of course we had a motel, and they come on the cheapy flight, so he just had like his little backpack of clothes. He didn't have anything to do, any toys or anything like that. So we went to this Dollar Tree to get loaded up on pool toys, because the motel had a pool and everything. So we were like loading up on pool toys, and I was like, well, we should probably get him like something for, you know, when he's out of the pool and he's dried off and stuff like that. We're sitting in the room because they didn't have I didn't have any of the channels that he would be interested in watching and stuff like that. I could have used my phone, but I was having enough trouble keeping it charged as it was. So anyway, we decided, my grandson loves to draw, and I had brought some crayons, and I had brought a couple markers, not too many, but I brought stuff like that, and he informed me that he likes to draw in markers. So we went to the Dollar Tree, like I said, to get the pool stuff. And I saw this sketch pad. Now, I have bought a sketch pad from the Dollar Tree before. Sorry, my clothes are in the way. And I hated it. It was the worst sketch pad ever. I think we ended up using it for like grocery lists or something. It was terrible. It's like, if you're old enough to remember typing paper in high school, the onion skin typing paper, it was like that. It was so bad. Well, this one is called medium weight paper, and it's perforated, and it has 64 pages, and it is made by Crown Jewels. So, actually, this paper is not too bad. There were spots that bled through, but that was my fault because I really didn't have anything extra to put between the pages. So some of his artwork bled, and don't ask me why this is now in my possession and not his, unless he told me that he didn't want it or I could take it because he was putting something else in his back. I can't remember. Everything was like a blur and a million things going on at one time. But yeah, you can see where his little drawing there bled, and so I should have just put something between there, but I didn't have it. But yeah, I just wanted to share. This is like some kind of, I don't know, crazy SpongeBob, it looks like to me. My grandson's only 6, and I think he is quite the artist. He draws faces like my son used to. They're so expressive. But he's not my son's child. He's my daughter's child. But I guess it just sort of, face drawing thing runs in the family because we all seem to like to draw faces. Not sure if this is a cat or a dog. Have no idea. We got this guy. I just think that is so adorable. So some of these I want to, you know, to make sure I take photos of and scan into my app thingy. And then this one here, he was so upset that he accidentally smeared the eye. But I think I could fix that and then scan it. And then I thought it'd be such a cute Christmas card. It's so adorable. I love kids' art. I have well, not all, but a lot of my kids' art from when they were little, boxes of it. It's just very difficult for me to part with because it's just so, there's something so sincere about it. I just love it so much. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Well, I got all this paper left over, and, you know, the next time he comes into town, I'll get him a fresh sketchbook, probably even a better sketchbook, now that I know how much he likes to draw. So I thought that I would use it in my Midori. So if you're into the Midori system, Traveler's Notebook system, then you understand that, you know, the pages, this booklet is stapled in the middle there, but you don't have to. You could just fold them and slide them under this rubber band, which holds everything down. But I like to take mine to the beach and draw what's around me and just, you know, mess around. This one obviously has a lot of paper left in it, but it's not going to always have a lot of paper left in it. So I think that I will make use of this pad in other ways. And speaking of that, the next thing I have to discuss, and I have this weird picture stuck to this bag. Don't ask me how it got stuck there. It's a picture of my dog that passed a long time ago. It's just his little nose. But it's stuck there. Anyway, you guys all know these markers, right? All know these markers. These are the Jot Markers, just the 20 fine line assorted, you know, washable, water-based markers. Well, that was like the set that had the most colors, and even though some of them seem to be missing, so he must have some of them in his backpack. I don't know. It was weird, guys. But I had a channel before this channel, and I kind of like reviewed or bought these and used these in when Dollar Tree first came out with coloring books, and I hated these. I hated them. Could not stand them. They must have changed their formula, either that or, you know, I'm just a new me. I don't know, but I like them now. I'm not saying that you should go out and buy these for all your coloring books. I am saying that these have certain pros about them. For example, this mark here was made with one of these. So these are actually more water colory than the thing that's marketed as a watercolor. So what I'm saying is, if you have ever wanted watercolors or trying watercolors, you know, they can be kind of pricey. So maybe if you purchase something like this for $1.25, just make sure that you don't draw right on the paper. You need to scrub the marker onto something, anything, any piece of plastic, a plastic plate, a styrofoam plate, a glass plate, anything. You need to do it like that first, and then put your water brush or your brush that you've dipped in water, if it's a paintbrush, either one, into the color, and then you could color with it, right? You could watercolor with it, because there you go, bam. And I have been enjoying playing with these. I don't have my mini journal that I've really been enjoying playing with these in, because I could go around the edges of the little pages and then add water, and it spreads. And so, yeah, I'm going to use them. I'm going to, maybe not every color, but I'm going to use the ones I like. Here's a picture of him, something he made coloring. But, I mean, you can see they're pretty vivid, and he just didn't take the time to, of course, color in nicely, because there was pool stuff to do. So, you know, yeah. I just wanted to share that, because, I mean, no one ever talks about these markers anymore, and I noticed something different about them. I noticed them being better than what they were before. So, there's that. What else? Oh, I got this pencil case on Temu, and I am absolutely in love with it, and therefore I must share it with you guys. It has this beautiful zipper tab on there, and it has this lovely tassel. I don't know why this is there. It must be, you could also use it as a purse. That's too small for me. Well, it's not. I would use it as a purse if it wasn't just for this, because I gotta have my hands free, because I gotta have like my water bottle in my hand and stuff like that. Anyway, it's embroidered on both sides. Look how gorgeous that is. It is embroidered on both sides. And it has like two different hole, like it's not just a small pocket, but the pocket is the whole size of the bag. So I really like this as a pencil bag, because if I'm working on a page, then I can put, like, say I'm using markers and pencils, I can separate them and move around the house with them, because I don't like to be stuck working on something in one spot. Usually that's why it never gets finished, because there's too many components going on, and I'm like, well, that's too many things to move. I can't go anywhere. I don't like to be stuck in a room. So I'm always looking for, you know, different kind of ways to make my life a little bit more mobile, I guess. So there's that. I got that from Temu, and it was around $3, maybe $4, something like that. I can look it up if you're interested. And I also got a bunch of stickers from Temu. I'm not going to make you suffer through, you know, going through every sticker, but I just wanted to say that I did get, because some of you may know I have that 100-page, like, art therapy fashion book that I was trying to make a project of using this summer, and I still want to. I just haven't really been coloring right now, because now, you know, it's visitation season for families usually wanting to come, and plus the beach and stuff. So, but I, you know, I do want to get into it. So I got some stickers to go in there, and a lot of those do be looking like this, because they're shoes. I miss wearing shoes. I mean, I still wear shoes, but this is Florida. I wear flip-flops, because that is what we wear. You don't want your feet sweating, and also the heat makes your feet so well. So my days of wearing this kind of shoe are long, long gone, but I can still, you know, look at them. I can still look at them and appreciate them. So yeah, I've got, I think the shoe one came with like, whoops, that goes over there. The shoe one came with something like 50 different shoes for $1.28, 38, 48, something under $1.50. So yeah, got me a bunch of shoes for my fashion book. So that's one. That's one pile. They're a little mixed up, but that's because I did this video already, as I mentioned. And then I got these ones that were like outdoorsy things, but I'm not a big, huge fan because it's, a lot of it is mountains and camping, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind camping, but I would have to camp on the beach, and I don't want to go into a buggy mountain. It's just not my, that is just not my preference in life. So I will probably send a lot of these to my daughter because she used to go camping a lot. She might still. I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, but I think she likes to fish. I know her boyfriend likes to fish, and she probably goes with him. So there's some water ones that I will probably keep. And like road trips, as we do a lot of those, but like all these camping type of, I don't want anything that says winter. More camping sees a lot of camping. They didn't show that many camping on the little thing. I love this one so much. So yeah, why do I have these, you wonder? Well, I want to put them in my travel journal. The one I just showed you, the Midori. I also have some other travel books that I, like lifetime spent putting together. But I also thought that they would be, some of them might look cute in my one coloring book that I worked on and showed you guys when I was using the Inktense. And that one is by, oh no, now I can't remember. Let me see if I can see it from here. Inspired Coloring Travel. So for that one, I bought these over here. Yeah, these ones here are like stamps. They look like stamps. And you could even like fussy cut all the way around there if you were that worried about it. But it's places. So in that coloring book, there are some of these very things. And I thought that these would look really cute, stuck to the pages after I'm done with them, as if it was someplace you went and you were like getting your passport stamped or something. So super cute, right? I mean, I do love me some Dollar Tree stickers, you guys, but you do not get nearly as many as Temu. Nearly as many. This is a whole handful, and then there's some over here. Then I got a stack of these. Let's see, wait. These type of fashion girlies, which is going to go in the fashion book, the same one with the shoes. So I really like these. To me, and I might use some of these in my sketchbook and stuff too, because these are inspiring to me. Like, sometimes you just don't know what to draw. And if you have something like this, you can play off of that, like draw something similar, but add different parts, or you could change the outfit, or it'll just help you to do your figure drawing if you have trouble with that. And, yep, I have trouble with that. I never really liked, well, I mean, does anybody like drawing hands and feet? They're so hard. I'm sure somebody's really good at it. I know there's a lot of you great at it, but that's not me. I usually just stick the hands in pockets and the feet in shoes. But yeah, there's a bunch of those. I don't want to keep you too much longer. There's a bunch of these ones, so more fashion, but way, way older type of fashions, which are still cool. Baby Got Bustle. Bunch of these. Very, 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 very cool. And then last but not least, there is a bunch, and these will go in my the one book that's on my 10 books to finish that I don't know if it's gonna get done, but it's the art. It's an art book, masterpieces of art or something like that, but it's colored by numbers one. But these are so cool. These are like tickets to different museums that would be having the exhibit. So the Birth of Venus there. There's another one. British Museum. Here's the screen. Here's Van Gogh. Oh, I'm gonna have to excuse me, sneeze. I didn't have time to pause. So yeah, just tons of classic. Whoops, there's a shoe. Tons of, you know, oh, there's some surrealist art. There's just tons of different I was gonna say classic art, but it's also all kinds of art, just things that you would see at a museum. So I think that's gonna be super fun for my art book and my art journal. I mean, you know, I got enough of them. You get like 30 to 50, 60, 70, some of them in these packs. So if you are interested in any of these stickers, let me know and I'll look on my Temu app and try to get a link for you, or at least sometimes it's hard to get links from them, but at least tell you exactly what to put in your search bar if you're interested. Okay, I'm so sorry that I dragged on, and well, I hope you guys are having a good summer so far, and I'll see you back when I have something else to say. Take care. Love you. Bye.